Streaming. What's up, everybody? Andy Peters here, streaming on Karma Capital's YouTube, and I'm going to look at the markups for gold and US 30. So as you guys know, tomorrow is a big news for the CPI news release, and we're going to have a lot of abrupt moves, hopefully some big moves. So let's take a look at the charts and see what we can come up with. So as you can see here, we've got the dots up. You guys know I love trading the dots. And anytime you can connect 2 to 3 dots, you're going to get a good move. So if you look up here at this top one, we've got 1, 2, and 3 dots. And on the bottom, we were able to get 1 and 2. So it really puts us into this nice little wedge formation before market of the CPI and London, obviously. So what I'm looking for is a 30-minute candle closure above this dot-to-dot trend line that we have going up. So if we can get a 30-minute candle closure out of this zone, and we really need to get out of this wick fill here. So 30-minute candle closure of this trend line will be confluence 1. Confluence 2 would be a 30-minute candle closure out of here. And we would run this up to the area right there, which would be your 33,787. So we would run it technically from here to here. And then if we broke a 30-minute above this box, that is where we're going to push up into this zone. Now, for sell opportunities, we do have a nice dot to dot on the bottom. So you can see that here, a dot here and a dot here. These are swing lows. So if we can break this bottom trend line here, we would then go down into, remove this gray box don't need to be here, this area right there. And I can move this trend line as well. That was there for another reference. So a 30-minute candle closure on this bottom dot to dot would take us into this wick fill zone. And just like the top, that would turn into our second confluence of events of getting a 30-minute candle break below here, like this. Now, a break below that zone, when we zoom out, really puts us into this area down here at 33,000 flat. So being able to break out of this gray box leaves all this room down here wide open for the trade. Now, will we see this all tomorrow? I'm not sure. This would be a solid move to get a break here and down. Now remember, CPI can do anything. So CPI means it could come up here and push this price right up into this area, and then bam, just slam this thing right back down, and then it could consolidate right here in this area. So keep that in mind as we're looking at this. Again, this is on the 30-minute. Now when we look at the daily on US 30, we do have a nice swing high right here, which gives us this zone. So if you're not looking to take anything, but you were trying to find rejections, price pushed up into this area up here would be where I'd put my sell limits. So I would add sell limits into this area here, and then in hopes for this thing to push right back down into this area and possibly end up somewhere down in here for that move. Now this is the bigger move. So again, you'd be looking for that push up, sell limits in here, and then push down. So if you're looking to take that risk, you'd have a stop loss, which is a big trade. Again, this is the daily we're looking at. Your stop loss on that entry right now would be 737 pips for an ultimate TP from here to here, which would put you in that 590-600 range. And then you have your sell limit pushing you back down into this zone. So that's the daily that we're looking at on US 30. On gold, gold's kind of crazy right now. We do have a massive wick fill up here. So what that means with gold is it could play tomorrow anywhere from this zone to this zone, which is a pretty big range. And I would be looking for sell limits. If I'm looking for a sell limit, I'm putting a sell limit at 2,078. And I'm letting that sell limit hit and push me right back down into this area or this area down in here. That's looking at on a daily standpoint. Looking at gold, I really like to look at gold on the 1 hour. And if we look at gold on the 1 hour, we do have a dot here and a dot here that we can connect. And I normally would connect at a break point. It looks something like that. But that's a massive range for it to go down before it even hits this break point. So I would hit that really on about TP2, right there at TP2, right here on this dot, which kind of puts price right here. So playing this on, playing this on the 1 hour, a 1 hour candle closure below this zone would push us down to TP2, and I'd look for that TP3 reversal, which again is in that wick fill zone right there. And at that point, when it hits that, that's where we'd be looking for the buy limits, and we take those buy limits and run them right back up into this area or the 2050. And that's it. Pretty simple markup. You guys saw the daily is a real high area up here, but this 30-minute looks really good if we get our candle closer below here, run that down to this swing low that we have, and then get a nice bounce there for the buy limits back up. And that's how I'm looking at it. Now, normally this is how we would mark up, and come back to you. Normally that's how we would mark up in an ideal situation where we don't have big news hitting. However, tomorrow, with it being very big news, as you know, charts don't always flow, analysis don't always work out. So as you're taking this, remember, mark this up on your own, look at it, check out the risk. Remember to under leverage, don't overtrade, and be sure that you're looking at the equity that you've made in the last few weeks to take these trades off of. So that's all I've got. Again, beautiful charts here. Go back and watch it. Throw these charts up on your own, look at it, see if it makes sense. We'll go from there. Happy trading. We'll see you guys on the update, and hopefully we've got some good winners tomorrow. Y'all have a great night.